Greetings to one and all. This is Prathamesh from Example, a student democratic platform with a mission of creating doctors with the help of the toppers. Today we have Dr. Swetalina Mishra with us, a first year MBBS student currently pursuing her degree from the most prestigious All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Raipur. I am sure that this college requires no prior introduction and same applies to the efforts taken by the aspirants to get in. Today, we have someone who has managed to take enough efforts to be who she is today. A very hearty congratulations, Dr. Swetalina, for your achievements. I'm sure that your journey must have
Thank
been a tough one. Yeah, I'm sure that your journey must have been a tough one. We would like to know more about it. So, without any further ado, let us start with our interview. A very pleasant, say, good evening, Dr. Swetalina. So, my
Good
first
evening.
question. Yeah, so my first question for you is, what inspired you to get into the medical field?
Inspired means basically since childhood I had a dream to become a doctor. I don't know what was the reason. Since childhood it was totally undeviated for me that just wanted to become a doctor. But when I went to higher classes like 9th, 10th, I got some I means started thinking about what are my actual interests and where does my actual interest lies. So I found my interest more in biology and all other stuff, what's going on in human body and all. And I explored about other subjects such as like computer and all, but I didn't find any that much interest in those subjects. So I prefer to be in this biological field, and this was the best one I think for me. So like that.
Yeah, so as you mentioned that you were totally undeviated, you were not thinking of becoming doctor up till say ninth and standard. So when exactly did you started to prepare for the NEET exam since you were not sure that you want to give it? And what was your initial strategy?
I started my preparation at 11th class, but as I was in not only in CBSE, in all other courses also, there is a huge gap in between the 10th and 12th course, you know. So I started, means actually I was totally sure that I will take biology as a subject, and I wanted to get into the medical field. So I started my preparations in 11th class, but as some other students also, not some, like huge amount of students do the mistake that they think they're preparing well for their whatever they wanted to do. I also did some mistake, but I started my preparation since 11th only. 11th, 12th, and after that I had to take a drop. After that,
Yeah, that's really interesting to know that you had to take a drop. We will talk about it further. So almost 15 lakh candidates appeared for NEET UG 2021 exam. And I'm really sure that most of them must have prepared like extremely well. So what different approach did you take that resulted in your success?
yes, as I was already mentioning that most of the people, they think that they are preparing well for their examination, but they do some mistakes. So in my first attempt, I thought, means actually I was clear that in the 12th class, I got to know that I lagged behind in 11th class courses and whatever. So I tried to put all my efforts on the 12th course at that, so that I can at least do whatever I can do in the NEET first in my first attempt in 2019. I'm telling you. So in that one, whatever mistakes I did in my first attempt, I tried to not to repeat in my second attempt. So I means actually I'm very much interested in physics. Usually people do that, they tell that I be like biology, with they find physics very much tough and how to do that. It's kind of what is the use in the medical field. But in my case, I found it to be the most interesting subject in during my NEET preparation. So the physics was kind of, the subject, which means that's actually a mark fetching, not mark fetching, I can say. But if you are doing it, then doing it properly, then your rank will automatically elevate, because most of the candidates leave it that we don't want to do it. We can get marks by doing biology and chemistry, but I focused most on physics. Biology, as each and every candidate will be studying biology. So as most of people are not doing physics, and if I will try to focus on it, get more marks in physics, so automatically my marks will also increase, and my as well as my rank. So this was a kind of different thing I did. And practice a lot of questions, lots of questions. So I got so much exposure to questions and how to attempt an exam, how to attempt to increase my accuracy as well as my speed in doing the exam while the exams without getting pressurized by the timing of the exam, So that's all.
Yeah. So as you mentioned that you had to take a drop year, then you started late, as in you were not totally sure that you had to, prepare for the actual examination. So what was your
Mhm.
parents' reaction when they came to know that you stood 108th among 17 lakh candidates and you are soon going to become a doctor?
Yeah, they were totally means they were the only ones when I first took a drop. Means in the first attempt I got only 465 marks. In the second attempt, I was actually not at all prepared that I'm going to take a drop because I thought that I can't do it anymore. I had to read the same things. I don't think I can do it. But they were the only people who supported me in this drop year journey also, because I have seen most of the people who take drop and get even lesser marks than the previous attempt because they get demotivated very much. But my parents' support was like the best thing I got it. So uh, when I got this 1080 rank in my examination, so they were the most happiest person I can say, and I just wanted to see their reaction after the results came out. So that was the best feeling after the exam I got. Means I already calculated my marks before the answers came out, but still, as there was so much competition in the exam, we can't predict our ranks at least. And the ranks are the most important things from which we can decide in which college we are going to. So when I got my rank, the rank card, they were the most happiest ever person I can say in my life, and that was the best feeling.
That's really sweet. After so much hard work, you got what you were hoping to, you're expecting the success. So I think so they must have really been happy. So very congratulations for that. So my next question for you is that NEET 2021 exam pattern change was announced, I guess, 2 months before the exam, like in
Mhm.
say like before 60 days. So how did you manage to cope up with the sudden change in pattern at such short notice?
Means actually I was in a home and I was just practicing the how much ever question I could have done, how much ever literally. So that means most of the student I saw in the reaction when that announcement was done that the NEET question pattern changed, they will give us some extra questions. Much of the students, I can say most of about 60 to 70% of the students got panicked that how can they manage the time to do 200 questions, to see 200 questions within 180 minutes, because when there was only 180 question, we got 1 minute for one question. So when they saw that they had to see at least attempt 200 questions, they had to check the question whether they can do it or not, they got panicked. But personally, if I'll say my experience, then it didn't affect me that much. I thought, okay, it's okay now. What we just have to do, we have to increase our accuracy and speed. And accuracy and speed can be done only by practicing so many questions, by exposing ourselves to so many types of questions. How means so for that, what I did during practice sessions, when I started practicing the questions, I set a timer so that I can check how many questions I can attend within 5 minutes or within 15 minutes. I start so when I started, I saw that I was able to do something 15 questions within 15 minutes. So then I started to increase my pace. So I started solving 18 questions, 20 questions like that. So I started increasing my confidence that yes, whatever may be the condition, I can increase my speed that much so that I can attend all the questions. So that's what I did.
That's really smart to do, coping up with what you have got rather than ranting about it. That is the good way to cope up over difficult situations. So very congratulations for that. So my next question for you is that how did COVID pandemic affect your preparation? As you mentioned that you also gave NEET in 2020. So what was that and how did it affect your preparations after 2020?
Um, means what happened, I saw so many students, actually some of my friends also gave at that time, and so many of my friends. So actually what they did, then a mistake, what they did a huge mistake, that they thought they got so much time gap for their exams, so they started, yes, we can do it later, no issues, we have so much time. In our college also, I see so many fresher students are also there. I'm a dropper there, but the amount of fresher students in the first year has increased due to that COVID, because after the board exams, they got so many time to prepare. So the smartest thing to use the time was that if we are getting time, then we should use it to to improve ourselves only. That, but we shouldn't most of the students, they just wasted their time. It's okay, we have so many time, we can do it later or do whatever we want. Who is watching us in 2020 also? In 2021 also, they didn't have to give the board exam also. So they totally lack their seriousness for the exam, for NEET, and for that reason their marks got reduced or something like that. But for me, it was a great opportunity to use this time to improve myself and to work upon my mistakes, whatever mistakes I was doing in my mock tests and all, to improve on that, to revise my previous things, whatever I have studied. Like that only I used it.
It depends on person to person. You used your
Mhm.
opportunity wisely, and that resulted in your success, while others just complained about the exam getting
Hmm.
elongated, and they are where they are now. So yeah, very congratulations for that. So the next question for you is, now that exams are just say 2 months away, what kind of advice would you give to the aspirants? What kind of last moment strategy they should be following, so that they don't overwork themselves in the very less remaining time?
In the last 2 months, usually people started getting those panic attacks. Now only 2 months left, how can we prepare, how can they? Actually, the thing is, it's a psychological issue that how much ever the exams comes nearer and nearer, we feel that we are forgetting whatever we have studied and like that. So instead of doing that, we should have confidence on us that whatever we have studied, we know that we can do it anytime. If anyone asks us at any moment, if somebody asks us a question, we can answer it. We should have the confidence. And before 2 months, okay, still you have time, 60 days is there for your exam. So the first you should make sure that you are completing your entire syllabus 1 month before the exam. So before 1 month, you shouldn't, not now also actually. So before 1 month, I would never suggest to go on to some new topics, try some new topics. It is the most devastating thing you can do, because you start confusing yourself. If you start studying something extra, that okay, we have 1 month time, we will do some extra things. No, actually, I should not only me, no one should recommend this, that if you are having 1 month, then try something new to study. It will be totally, it will totally make you confused at what you have studied earlier, and you started making you very much nervous about the exam, because a new concept won't get into your mind so fast. So it's better to use those last 1 month to revise whatever you have studied properly. uh, as you are preparing since 1 year, obviously 1 year, so they have already, all the students must have got acquainted about what kind of questions they are asking in the NEET. So they should start seeing the previous year questions, should get acquainted with the pattern, should get acquainted with the timing, and most important is the accuracy. So in the last month, they should only try to solve the previous year questions or mock tests, or whatever they have done, whatever mistakes they have done in their previous mock test, they should try to improve on it, and not to try anything new in the last 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, of course, that's very true. So my next question for you is that, how would you advise, what would be your advice, how to prepare for NEET in, if A, you are in class 11th, B, you are in class 12th, and C, if you are a repeater?
In class 11th, it's just the initial stage. So so people think that it's just 11th, we have 1 or 2 years extra, so that we can prepare it, we can do it later. But the thing is that in the 10th syllabus and the 11th syllabus, there is a huge gap. There is no correlation, we can say. So the syllabus amount also increases, the difficulty level also increases, the importance also increases. Okay, so in the 11th class, they should make sure that whatever concepts they are studying, they should be totally clear about the concept, that what they are studying, and especially in physics also. If concept is clear, then you can solve any kind of questions they give you, any kind of. It's not necessary that we have to read line by line everything in the physics. You just need to be totally clarified about the concept. In biology also, means you should start increasing your interest in all those 3 subjects since 11th class only, because in the 11th class there is so much botany and all, people lose interest in biology, that what is this, why are we studying this? But it's okay, no issues, later on you will start increasing your interest. So in 11th class also you should start like whatever you have like physics, chemistry, only 3 subjects are there, nothing more. Physics will increase your interest in all other subjects. In chemistry there are 3: organic, physical, and inorganic. Inorganic is totally memory based, so you can do it later on, just nearer to the exams. And biology you should start from day one, because if you will leave it, then it will just compile up that you have to read it later, and it will just panic you, nothing else. In the 12th class, along with the boards, after just 1 month or some days after boards, you will be having the NEET exam. So in the 12th class, you have to focus on the 12th syllabus, as you are going to give the board examination, obviously. And along with it, you have to revise the 11th subject, because it is very much important. 11th, we used to forget about the 11th concepts and whatever it is given there. And it is easier to do the 12th part syllabus, because if when you will complete the 11th course and come to the 12th class, you'll get to know that the 12th course is somewhat easier in comparison to 11th, so you can do the revision with it as well. And in case you are not getting that proper rank in the first attempt, so no worries, it's okay, it's a common thing in medical field especially. um, if you are being a repeater, then there are 2 most important things. First is the self motivation, because no external motivation will work. I'm definitely being a dropper, I'm telling you, no external motivation will work until and unless you are that much motivated by yourself. Second thing, parent support is very much important. Parents as well as peer group should be also a proper one, so that they won't demotivate you by whatever you are doing. In the society also, people say that 1 year he took 1 extra year to prepare for this and that. All these things shouldn't affect you at in any ways. You should believe on yourself that you can do it. In the repeat, the most important thing is motivation only. If you don't have that, you can't get through that entire repeat year. And as you have studied in the 11th and 12th, in the repeater year, you will get to just clarify your concepts and try to practice more and more questions, because you don't have any board exam to worry about. Try to practice more and more MCQ questions, so that you get acquainted to the examination pattern. And in the examination hall, you can attempt all the questions properly, no issues.
Yeah, absolutely true. Whatever you have just said, I totally agree to that. So why think about what others are saying, isn't it? What we are doing is for our benefit. They will talk, and because they are not like us. So exactly.
Exactly.
So my next question is that now you are in the college, you are in one of the best institutes in the country. You're going to have the name tag of AIMS qualified. So how does that feel like? What does it actually feel like, to be in college?
Okay, means actually it become a situation like expectation versus reality. I just want to tell all the NEET aspirants, it's totally, the college environment in medical will be and entirely different from any other college. Means you will feel very much happy when you will get your white coat. That's the best thing. And the first year onwards, you will start learning about using the stethoscope. And when you will wear the stethoscope, that's a different kind of feeling, whole different kind of feeling, and that's the best thing you can say. So yes, all these things are, if the subjects are also very very much vast. If you're ready to do that, then it's okay. That college schedule will be very much hectic. I'm telling you, literally the college schedule will be very much hectic, but along with it, if you are enjoying your subjects, what you are studying, then it will be a fun, totally fun. Means if you are enjoying whatever you are doing, then you are in a vacation in whatever whatever you may be doing the entire day, it will be good for you. You will enjoy it. But the schedule will be hectic. Yeah, you won't get time to take rest and all. But never ever give up on your hobbies. If you are having any sort of hobbies and you want to continue it in the college, that would be better, to get some rest from these studying schedules, because the college timing will be from, in our case, it's from 9 to 5. After that, we have to come to our hostel, get some snacks, and after means students start playing whatever they want to do. Some go to gym, some go for dancing and all, everything what they want. Events are absolutely fine. Events will be very much fun in our college. Some 2-3 events also took place in our college, and they're the best part of being in a college. Okay. So, and along with it, studies are also very much important. You have to be regular in that, in medical college especially, because the course is very much vast. Whatever being studied in the college, in the same day you have to, some at least for 2 subjects you should revise it. That's it. And the college life is will be whole new experience that you will enjoy, definitely.
So my next question is, what role is peer-to-peer guidance and mentorship from your seniors playing role in your journey? Like, what is their role?
Means in college or during NEET preparation?
Both.
During NEET preparation, I just means my peer group was very nice that they supported me during the repeat year. Means actually, since the first attempt, I was cracking the engineering entrance examination, but not the NEET exam. So at some point, it got into my mind that I can't repeat the subjects anymore. I think I should get into engineering, even though I don't have any sort of interest in that. But I can't repeat the NEET syllabus again. So at that time, my family as well as my peer group, they just supported me. Okay, they just told me that we will support you in whatever decision you are making, no issues. But one thing you should remember, that whatever you may do, you shouldn't look back and regret that if I could have given some more effort, I could have been there where I really wanted to be. So that thing just changed my mind, that yes, I will repeat again, no issues, no matter whatever others say, I don't care. And in the entire drop year also, they also means if your peer group is good now, they will continuously make you stay motivated throughout the journey. That's the most important thing I'm telling you, the most important thing. And also they helped us, we discussed these subjects whatever we are studying, and that is also a very good way of remembering the things whatever we study with our friends, because the friends are of our level mentality only. They will, whatever they will explain, it will be in our level, that so that we can understand it easily. So it will be a good thing to grasp the concepts easily, na? So that's a very good help that I get from my peer group here before my NEET examination also, and as well as in the college. And the medicals, in our professors also in our college, they just say that medical subject is all about group studies. You have to do it in group, or else you will lag behind, or you will just lose your confidence of completing the syllabus. In the groups, you should separate the topics, that you study this one, and teach among yourselves. It will improve your communication skills, so that it will make you helpful during clinical postings, to talk with your patients, to explain them the thing whatever they are going through. And it will also help you to remember the concepts easily. And our seniors also, if you make a good relation with them, they will help you throughout your medical journey. And seniors help is very much important. They will tell you how to appear the professional examination, which topics are very much important for PG entrance or for other exams, internal exams and whatever. They will also, in medical course, you have to buy lots of books, and the books have and the prices are also very much for those books. Okay, the seniors will provide you with the proper book and proper guidance, that how what you should follow and from where you should study, like that. So that's the role in our journey, I must say.
Yeah, people who have actually cracked the exams and who have actually are in the course before you were, so taking advice from people like them really makes a lot of sense in degree as difficult as MBBS. So yeah. So my next question would be a really tricky one. Rather, it's very too soon for me to ask to you. What are your plans after college? Rather, which field are you planning on doing a specialization in? After you have completed a year in the college, you might have explored all the domains, as in say gynae, say physiotherapy, say osteology. Which field excites you the most?
Okay, so for now I am just in first year, and we have a whole 19 subjects to study within this 5.5 years. So from since childhood, I don't know why now also when we study that cardiovascular part, that's the most favorite topic, whatever I study. In whichever part I study in anatomy as well as in physiology, the cardiology part, I feel it the most interesting one. So for now, I think I should do my I will try to do my specialization in CVS, in cardiovascular surgery, cardiology, I can say. But it's one of the most top ranker part, and being a, it's okay. I will try my best to get into that line, or else some other like ophthalmo or gynecology. These two things are also very much interesting for me. So in the after going through this 4.5 years, when I study all the 19 subjects, we will get to know in which part we have our genuine interest, because there are so many subjects we have not yet explored about them and not yet been knowing about them. So after that, I will get a clear cut picture then where I want to do my specialization. But for now, it's cardiology.
It seems like I'm talking to an future cardiologist of our country. So congratulations and all the best for that. It is one of the most difficult yet one of the most worthy subject, worthy field to study in. Yeah, going to save lives after all. So yeah, being a doctor is a noble profession and also very very congratulations for that. So my next question is, what did you like the most about Example app?
Okay, so when I went through that app, I saw like there are so many video lectures, and the way they are explaining, it's very much easier to learn whatever they are teaching. Means there shouldn't be any gap in the communication between the tutor and the student. Means the students should be able to know what should able to understand whatever they're teaching. And in this app, I found the lectures to be that much suitable for a student that he or she can understand easily whatever the concept they're teaching. And the best thing I found in the app was the flashcard one, because it will help you to revise in whichever and wherever you are. If you just feel like I'm lagging in something, I'm not able to recall whatever I have studied, this flashcard will help you to get into all those things wherever you find difficulty. And while revising also, it will be a quick revision to means to the through the entire chapter. It will be a quick revision within 5 to 10 minutes. You'll get to know which part you are weaker and which part you're stronger, because there is not much time in the last 1-2 months to waste on what we do now. We know this subject, but still we keep on studying on that. So if we do the flashcard thing, you will get to know, okay, we know this part, we can leave it. Whichever part we don't know, we can put our focus on that more. And the next thing is the question bank. There's a lots of question in this app one can get. So as I was speaking that I prefer practicing more and more question. So it will be helpful for the students who are using this example app to know the varieties of questions and what kind of questions they are asking in the exam, and it will help them to do in the exam that they're already acquainted, their brain is already acquainted how they're going to appear the exam now. So it will be, they won't get panic during the exam hours. Just 3 hours are the most important thing that which will decide your entire preparation. Whatever you may do, that 3 hours are the most important. So the um, question bank would be very, very much helpful one. Next is the test analysis, which it gives that means where you have done the mistake, you'll get to know that as soon as you give the exam, and that's the best part of this app. So I will
Great.
recommend this app.
Yeah, exactly. So my next question is that any message you would like to convey to the future aspirants who are aiming to be like you?
Okay, lastly, I just want to tell that make the whatever you may prepare, you are preparing since 1 year or 2 year, no matter how much time, it's okay. Whatever means the last 3 hours of that exam, they're the most and the most vital thing which will decide that where you what you're going to do after that. Means there's 3 hours, among more than 50 to 60% candidates will get nervous, and whatever they may prepare, how much ever they may prepare, if you panic in the examination hall, you can't give your 100% anyways, and later on that will make you regret throughout the time after the exam that I could have done better if I would have got that much panic. And to remove this panicness, I'm telling you that you should be exposing yourself to how much ever questions you want, and make sure that you are solving the questions within a particular time limit, because you have to attend 200 questions within 180 minutes. So you have less than 1 minute for each question. So the two most important thing you should keep in your mind while preparing for your exam or while giving a mock test, try to complete it within 2 hours and 30 minutes. Just make a target that I will complete this paper within 2 hours and 30 minutes. If you are taking somewhat more time, 5 or 10 minutes extra, then it's okay. But try to improve your accuracy as well as it will improve your speed of attempting the questions. So in the last 1-2 months, when you will start solving the entire paper within 2 hours and 30 minutes in the real exam, you can definitely complete it within 3 hours. Definitely, no matter what. And you will get a whole new different kind of confidence that yes, I can attempt in those 3 hours, whatever question they may ask, whatever. And lastly, I will request the parents of the students who are taking drop and whatever to support them till the end. If I can do it after 2 drops at whatever, if I can do it being an average student, anyone can do it, no issue. If you are preparing well, then whatever may be the circumstance, you can do it. And finally, only I think the NEET exam 2022 is on July 17th. So all the best from my side.
Yeah, thank you from the side of aspirants. Thank you, Dr. Swetalina. It was very, very great interacting with a personality like you. We hope that students have learned a lot of things from this session and they will surely implement all the tips and guidelines given by you in their preparations. It was a very enlightening interview. Thank you for making time for our students today. We wish you all the very best for your future.